recorded live at 4ZZZ Studios, Meanjin, Brisbane.
On 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Zed Games.
Zed Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture. Want to reach out?
Share your hot take?
Or do you just want to share your favourite game?
Find us on socials at Zed Games AU.
Hey.
Hello.
It's Zed Games.
Hello.
I'm Maylee. We're here on 4ZZZ. It's me and my two good friends.
Caroline.
And Rani.
Yeah.
It's me, I'm back.
You're back.
Woo.
Back to the
For,
Boxing Day
like,
bash.
A week only. 1 week only.
Well, I'm lucky we have you at this festive time.
Thank you.
This tired time.
I have a lot of hope right now.
Oh, that's sad. Oh no.
It's not that I don't have hope, it's that I don't have hope, if that makes sense.
Perfect sense. I love it.
I don't feel hopeless, maybe is a better way to put it.
That's fair. A neutral
Yeah.
level of hope.
Yeah.
That's
On a scale of
amount.
1 to 5, it's a 3.
I feel like 5 is neutral and 3 is
Really?
lacking some hope.
No, I guess so. Yeah, sure.
-5 to 5. You'd be a 0.
I'm a 0.
Yeah, 0. Okay. I love it. That's better. It's more intuitive.
We're at the starting line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're smiley faces, you'd be the...
I'm on the
face.
title screen
Yes.
of a game. Yeah, I've loaded up the game. I'm on the title screen.
This is good. It's getting over my head. I'm too tired from Christmas.
Yeah.
Excluding hope,
Yes.
how are you both?
Tired.
From
From
yesterday's
Christmas.
festivities?
Yeah.
I'm
And
still
the-
a little bit discombobulated. I mean, I spent my Christmas playing Portal, so
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
That's a good way to spend Christmas. I
I don't.
played
We'll get
board
into
games.
that, but
Yeah.
like,
I was playing board games. What about you, Caroline?
Um,
Gaming on Christmas?
no, I don't think so.
That's not very festive.
yeah,
No.
that's a shame.
I was eating food and becoming very overwhelmed.
Well,
Oh.
that's also a part of Christmas.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know if you guys had this, and feel free to share your stories,
Mhm.
but a part of my entire Christmas as a kid was, yeah, you ate food and you got overwhelmed, overstimulated by your family, but
Mhm.
like pretty much every Christmas up until I don't know when, it stopped at some point. I would get like a new game at Christmas, usually a Pokemon game.
Yes.
Or like Little Big Planet. And so I'd do all of that, and then I'd be annoyed by people being in the house or wherever we were at, and then I would just play games. Like Christmas afternoon was to play whatever new game I got.
Yeah.
What about
yeah.
you? So games are like a necessary part of my Christmas day.
I didn't really get into gaming until like my late teens, just because my parents wouldn't buy me any consoles or any games.
I
so
see. Yeah, okay.
It's fair.
No, not really.
Hmm.
Any games that I ever bought, I tended to buy myself.
Fair enough. What about you, Maylee?
It's always been a big part of my Christmases too. I mean, I rarely got to run off during the day, unless it was like a group game, like a multiplayer PlayStation game, watching my older siblings play. That was good. And I have one memory of getting several Sims expansions on a
Ooh.
Christmas afternoon, and I did just retire to my room.
So I wasn't allowed to play the computer on Christmas Day, so it had to be like on the Nintendo or the PlayStation with my brother. So my brother and I both had DSs at some point. At one point, I had a Game Boy and he had a DS. And then at some point, we both got DS Lites. But so basically that's what we would do. We would run away.
Yeah,
It's,
that's
like
fair.
I don't think that we were allowed to. But I
yes.
think also that like our parents were just kind of like, well, you know what? Like Rani's a shy kid, I guess. So it's fine.
Yeah.
As long as we weren't getting into trouble and or beating each other up. Which did happen.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
I
of
know.
course.
I had a younger brother. I have to assert dominance. He could definitely beat me in a fight.
Even as a child?
I think until he was about like 6, I had the upper hand.
Those were good years.
Which is until I was like 10.
Yeah. Wow. But that's interesting that we both played games as kids and played games yesterday, and you didn't, But you gotta
Traditions are alive. Yeah, I feel like you need to start
We'd occasionally play a board game.
Oh, I do love a board game.
Yeah.
But that depended on how many guests we had.
I love a bit of Scrabble with my family.
Scrabble is good. We would play like the Bananagrams one.
I feel like
that one's a little easier to do with a bunch of people.
I am thoroughly invested in this conversation about games, but I feel like it's not maybe the most interesting for everyone else. I feel like we're just random. I want to ask the listeners what they did with their Christmas, but I can't hear them, so I'm leaving them out.
Text in.
You could text in. Tell us what you did on the Christmas.
0420626733.
Oh my gosh! Sorry, we just got a text.
We got a text
from Sandy, describing what could be the best.
They had
Christmas
a games night for Christmas. They
had a games night
for Christmas with game tables set up in multiple rooms. Talking about games is definitely not boring for the listener. Okay,
I'm glad.
Well, that's good. I'm really glad.
I just could go on ranting, talking about Christmas memories.
That sounds like the best Christmas. I think that's when I get to the point of hosting Christmas, which part of me is like, yeah, I want to host Christmas, and part of me is like, absolutely not. Get everybody out of my house. But that sounds like something I would do.
Yeah, yeah, and for the children, you get your console, get a kids-friendly game, plop them in front of it, and then go play fun games with adults.
Yep,
they'll be taken care of.
Perfect. I was about to be like, I don't know how many children there. I have like quite a few nieces and nephews.
Yeah. But we must look to the future.
But also the
past. I was saying the future, but it's news time.
Yeah.
So I guess what has happened in the past week?
We can't have news from the future.
It's the past, but the present. But
what's the news situation?
The news. All right, there's not much because the holidays and all
Nothing's
that.
Going
but
on.
Pal World has had a big update.
Oh, that's why people are playing it.
Yeah, I have a giant list of some of the things that's there. There's a Terraria crossover item, the Meow Meow weapon, and I have a note saying meow 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 here. There's new island, new resources, new mechanics, predator pals, bounty NPCs, new strongholds, player level cap raise. New raid can attach modules to spheres to change their trajectory, and I think that is a reason why there has been added. I will touch on that in a moment. The new items, hardcore mode with permadeath, both PAL and player. Mode for randomized PAL spawn, new weapons, new buildings, player upgrades. Example, you can now sit in chairs.
That is an upgrade.
Yeah, new skills for PALs, more passive skills, UI upgrades, balances, bug fixes, and a whole bunch more. And this is coming while Pocket Pair, the devs for Pal World, are being sued by Nintendo.
For patent infringement?
Yes. It was announced several months back why they were being sued, but they didn't know why, I think. And it has come out recently, that it's patent infringement.
But patents that they filed after Pal World came out.
But however, they are related to previous patents.
I don't know anything about laws or...
Me either, but I looked
here.
online. But they're divisional patents of a parent patent. Meaning related to previous patents.
Okay.
The patents are...
The Pokemon Company covers a mechanic for capturing creatures by throwing an object, such as a Pokeball.
It involves defining the aiming direction based on player input and determining capture success.
Okay,
Is it wrong to pick a favorite here? Because, yes, Pal World clearly seems to, in my opinion, have taken some inspiration.
All games take inspiration from other games. That's how we have genres.
And I love Pokemon.
Iterate design.
But they're not... I love it in that it has a lot for me in childhood nostalgia.
Yes.
It's great. I'm consistently disappointed with what they put out lately.
Yes.
So I want more people to go copy
Exactly.
them, show them that it
Yes.
can be done better, to challenge them to do it better.
Yes.
Okay, but I think the problem here is, like, yes, all games do that, and we've watched so many games do that over and over again. The problem here is that Nintendo had patents on it.
On throwing a ball to capture something.
There's
Yeah.
also
Even though other games have, like, net mechanics that have
Yep.
worked for ages, I think it is, like, it
They-
probably...
they
like,
also didn't sue until Power World had reached like a top number of games on Steam.
Yeah, because it's a direct competitor with a Pokemon
Yes.
game for whatever reason. The, like... Yeah, patent infringement's a really interesting one, right?
Also, the third patent has to do with riding a creature.
That's an
insane.
interesting one. So, this patent describes a dynamic mounting system for characters moving across land, air, and water, allowing seamless transitions between different types of terrain. Nintendo argues that Palworld's use of a similar system for player-controlled creatures and mounts infringes on this patent as well. I'm assuming that one's come from Zelda, more so than Pokemon, but...
Oh,
That's
you
it.
got the new legendaries that was like a
that's
motorbike.
true. Yeah, so
And also Pokemon
forgot about
Arceus.
I forgot about that.
Even going back a long time, you could always hop on your little
yeah,
surf.
it was always like a possibility, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that what comes into it with like patent infringement is really, really interesting. It'll be about how, like, my guess is, and I'm not an expert in patent law, but my guess is it'll be about how similar they are, and like how much of the mechanics are like identical. In order for that to like go through. I don't know that Nintendo would win, but Nintendo has money to throw at things. That's the problem.
They got
They're also
so much.
not asking for that much money. I think it comes to about $66,000.
Oh, that's not
But it's
that.
more about crushing the game, I think. Because I think there's a clause in it saying that they like probably can't sell it. I can't remember
Okay,
exactly.
so
There
buy
are
it
but-
now.
there are
It's
problems.
not about the money. It's
I think it
about
was-
spending method.
Last week or the week before that, you know, there was the issue with all the unpacking copycat games
Yeah.
that were coming up. There are real problems with games that just copy other games and
That's a
rip off players.
copyright issue,
This
right?
is-
And an IP issue. This
Yes.
is different from those because it's a patent issue. Like, we've seen Nintendo come after games for copyright or IP before. That's not unusual. We know that Nintendo will come after other games and or communities. Like, it's come after its own community before.
Yeah.
Yes.
But a patent is a new one, so I'm actually kind of interested to see how this unfolds.
Anyway, next story.
Yeah, is there more? That's I
Yes,
mean,
more
we're-
news.
Unfortunately, I have another bummer story. Warner
Fine.
Brothers is back on their nonsense again, delisting a bunch of Cartoon Network games,
Oh,
such
no.
as Adventure Time, Finn and Jake's Epic Quest, Adventure Time, Magic Man's Head Games, OK KO, Let's Play Heroes, Steven Universe Save the Light, and Steven Universe Unleash the Light, as well as Samurai Jack Battle Through Time, which is an Adult Swim game.
Oh. But
So-
Samurai Adult Swim is a part of Cartoon Network, so...
Is it?
Or it was.
I don't know. Anyway, this follows the company's delisting of a bunch of games earlier this year, although a few games were returned to the creators and were able to remain up. A lot of them just got wiped.
sad. I've
Is
played
this
some of those
because
years
Cartoon
ago.
Network went under? Like ages ago?
Possibly.
It's like a wrapping up of Cartoon Network, I feel
no
like.
reasons
could
were
be.
given, and while the last lot of delisting, it appeared that there was a certain amount of warning given to the games. This lot is just immediately gone.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm wondering if it has to do with like the fact that Cartoon Network is no longer making new things.
Maybe it also could be
There's
just
no one to hand
because
it back to.
Warner Brothers has a tendency to, I guess, make things not
yeah.
available to save a few
Dollars.
bucks.
Yeah.
Like how they made an entire movie and then never made it available. The Acme, was it a Road Runner game? Wile E. Coyote? Not game, movie, sorry. And then
Oh
Also, just a bunch of TV shows.
But surely that would lose them
Snapped.
money because they've spent money on the production of it.
I think
I
they're
guess,
able to
yeah.
like write it off somehow. Something to do with, I don't know, tax.
Yeah,
money,
and then like you're not paying for the
not
production
paying
of it,
royalties
the publication
for-
of it either.
Yeah, and I guess if there's in the contract saying that depending on how much money this movie makes, you will get a bonus or a cut or whatever. If that makes no money, well, I guess you don't have to pay anything.
Yeah,
So,
interesting.
all in all, kind of depressing.
Okay,
And
let's
no
take it home with some
game
good
releases. None.
Oh,
It's Christmas.
There might be some obscure game out there that, or there's probably some hentai game on Steam
my
that
gosh.
has released.
Let's save the children.
let's see. Okay, we won't tell you.
I just
Alright.
feel
If
like
you're interested, you can find that yourself.
no new releases, but you could probably find some games on sale right now.
Well, there's the Steam Winter Stale.
Stale?
Sale.
It's also just post Christmas things go
Yeah.
on sale.
Boxing
Yeah,
Day.
it's good. I've picked up a lot.
Yeah, I
As I
have
do
to say,
every year to add to my pile of
Yeah.
things.
Looking at my Steam wish list right now is really, I have no self-control, but good thing my bank account has self-control for me.
Yes. Oh, it's so helpful like that.
You're listening to Zed Games at 4ZZZ.
You're listening to Zed Games on 4ZZZ.
Oi mate, you're listening to Zed Games at 4ZZZ.
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 Got a bit carried away.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Zed Games. Woo.
Short games. Woo, spooky.
I am Maylee. Here
Hi, Maylee.
on
Hello.
I'm Maylee here on Zed Games, here on 4ZZZ, and
Yeah.
I'm joined by
Caroline.
And Rani.
you just heard One Battle at a Time from Dragon Age The Veil Guard. But what will you hear now? I will leave you in Caroline's capable vocal cords.
Should not trust me. Oh, if anybody. Anyway, hi. I have a review.
What are we
Really?
reviewing?
Yeah, it is a lovely little game called Capybara Spa.
I've heard of this. I've seen this.
It's so
It is
cute.
by Cozy Bee Games, and the code was provided to me by Rani. It wasn't actually a code. Rani just bought me this game.
I think I just was like staring. I had some extra money left in my weekly budget, and so I went through my friends' like Steam wish list, and I was like, who am I gonna gift a game to?
yeah.
And it was on sale, and I was just like, here you go.
It was in the middle of me writing a bunch of assignments, and I was feeling very down, very overwhelmed. And Rani's just like, "Hey, I bought you this game." I'm like, "Oh, thank you. I'll play it later." And then I started playing it immediately. Anyway, it's you build little spas for your capybaras. It's like a side-scrolling thing. You start with a few open spaces, everything else is overgrown, and you have to pay coins to clear it. And you pay coins to build a spa, and little capybaras come along.
For those that may not know, what is a capybara?
Oh,
They're
it's
those
this
cute
weird
things.
little animal.
You think quokkas are also cute?
It's
very
some
similar.
kind of mammal. It's very stocky.
It's like a
It's-
wombat and a quokka met and had a baby.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I feel.
And
like.
they're the chillest little guys.
Yeah.
The
That's why
capybara, or
everyone
greater
loves them.
capybara, is the largest living rodent, native to South America.
Mm.
It is a member of the genus Hydrococcarius. The only other extant member is the lesser capybara.
How dare you hijack my
Why are they
review
called
with
the
facts?
lesser?
They suck.
Because they're
Aw.
smaller, probably.
Yeah,
can't
because they're
afford the
smaller, but I
spa.
feel like
Yeah.
that's just mean. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, the game. So the capybaras come along and they're filthy, covered in mud. You pick them up with your little mouse and you stick them in a spa. And then they're like, "Ooh, this
I
is
wish it
nice."
was that easy to wash my cat.
And then they'll have little requests as they marinate in the spa water. It's like, "Oh, I'd like a flower to place on my head. Oh, I'd like a little fruit to eat. Oh, I'd like some soap in which to cleanse my fluffy
I
little
wanna
body."
Go to a spa where they
Oh.
give me flowers and soup.
Same.
Yeah, I would like to go to a spa in general, but
Oh, yeah.
I would really like to go to a spa where in the middle of my spa they put a flower on my head and gave me some
Yes.
soup.
Basically, you clear lots so that you can buy resources that will grow and replenish gradually, like the flowers, the fruits, and other various things. Oh yeah, like towels. Somehow the towels replenish.
Well, I mean,
from a clothesline.
Yeah,
Game
you
logic.
put them in the washing machine and then they go on the clothesline.
Yeah.
Somebody is working very hard behind the scenes.
The gameplay loop is very satisfying. It's giving the capybaras what they want, and eventually they'll be clean. You can take them out and they'll give you some money. And as you upgrade the spas themselves, you can fit more creatures in it. So a capybara can have a little baby capybara and a little woodland creature, like a frog or an otter, or I can't remember the other ones, but they're cute.
The listeners can't see it right now, but I like smacked my hands on the table and had a big oh my god face.
Yeah, and you just get achievements. You can buy decorations. You eventually unlock all of the little plots of lands. Oh yeah, and there's also creatures you can get to make it automatic. Like butterflies will, I think they bring towels, or is that dragonflies?
Well, I don't know. You played the game.
It's been a while.
I just provided
Ladybugs bring like flowers. Yeah, and it's cute. You can automate things, but you can't automate picking up the capybaras and taking them out of the bath in and out.
Okay.
Which is slightly weird, but
gotta pick them up.
Yeah,
why wouldn't you
gotta pick them out?
Get the chance to hold them?
It's a cute little game.
They're pretty big, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah, they're massive.
Anyway, it was chill. It was nice. I 100%ed it within about 7 hours.
Beautiful.
It was $11.50 full price. Half price it's right now half price for $5.75, and I recommend it. Cute game, chill, nice.
I do think it goes on sale quite a bit. So if you miss it, even though I think this lot of Steam sales goes for a while, if you miss it, don't worry.
It goes to like the 2nd of January, I believe.
I thought I saw the 20th, but also
They go
Who knows?
all over.
There's a sale every week.
Yeah.
I'm Maylee. You are
Rani.
And you are
Caroline.
And you are our dear listeners.
You made it sound a bit like Bridgerton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dear listeners, you tune in today on the evening after Christmas to hear us rambling about some random stuff.
We did bring games gossip.
We did.
We had news that had to do with balls,
We had all the things.
just
we do
like
news,
Bridgerton.
reviews, and music, and we had them all.
And we talked about balls, like they do in Bridgerton.
Okay, we're getting away from it. It's fine.
I understand the dancing balls, but that's not where my mind went.
Excuse you, Pokeballs and the Pal balls and...
We are nearing the end of the hour, and I want to leave them with a more beautiful image than balls.
What about the friendship ball?
Okay, I'm moving on. I have been playing that game Lakeburg Legacies. What have you been... You haven't played, Caroline, but what have you played, Rani?
I was playing Portal yesterday, which I haven't played before, but I've had in my Steam library for almost 10 years now. Oops. Yeah. And I was making myself very ill.
How are you making yourself ill?
I was getting motion sickness from the game. Not uncommon. I did know that people experience motion sickness playing Portal. I did not know that I would experience it that much. To be fair, I had the odds stacked against me on 4 hours of sleep, already feeling a little bit ill, how hot it was, and glasses that are definitely the wrong prescription. So, and like the beginnings of a migraine. Why I decided to persevere and continue to play Portal with all of those horrible precursors, I have no idea.
I mean, it's a very good game.
It is a brilliant game. No, the puzzles are way too easy.
Well, I remember them being quite hard, but I was like 10.
Yeah, I could. They
Get
would
dunked
be
on,
hard
10-year-old
as a
you.
10-year-old.
They were hard.
I've gotten not trumped, but like stuck on the very specific placement of something. Once where I was like, I know how to solve this.
Can't get it just right.
Yeah. And the times where I tend to not be able to get it right are when you have to get it in a very specific timing. That is sort of it. One thing I will give Portal is that the closed captioning on it are spectacular. So obviously I'm deaf. And Portal, you kind of need the sounds to know some of the things for the puzzles, like what you're meant to be doing. Like the energy balls have sounds.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Fair
but
enough.
the closed captioning will tell me energy ball has been produced, and then it'll be like energy ball fizzles. It'll tell me when my portals have disappeared as well, because they make a sound. So that's good.
If Portal can do it, why can't more games that are coming out in 2024 do it? I don't know.
It's too hard to be accessible. Not a real excuse anyway. But it's been good. But it's giving me a bit of motion sickness. So yesterday I was playing with my like portable aircon pointed at me, the fan on it up at full blast, so I got a good breeze on my face. I was like taking all of the motion sickness steps. I had ginger beer so I could sip on that. I had plain chiffies next to me, and I was just like, I'm gonna play this game. I haven't finished it yet. I did blitz through 16 of the chambers in like 2 hours. It takes about like just over 3 hours to finish the game, like to finish the main story.
That's not my memory, but again, I was a child.
That is also what Google says.
Google doesn't know.
But yeah, I had done like half of the game, and this is me having to take frequent breaks as well. So I think also my time in game is a little bit longer because I would leave it open sometimes. Because I'd be like, oh, I just gotta walk away. But yeah. That was my Christmas day, making myself sick playing Portal.
That's a good
I
way
will
to spend
say
it.
that I stopped at my limit. Like, I didn't ever get that sick.
Yeah.
I just was like, oh, I'm getting the head spins. I can't see straight. My head really hurts. I'm gonna go lie down.
Well, I hope everyone listening had a lovely day yesterday, whether they celebrated or not, whether they played games or not.
I hope you played games.
Yeah, I do, but some people...
I mean, we're biased. We're a video games radio show, so it's fine.
Yeah. We're allowed to have. We will see you for the next week in the new year with new exciting things. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, you can find us on the Community Radio Plus app
Or find us on socials at ZED Games AU.
See you next time.